Hello everyone. So this is our third session. So in previous session we have learned about the plant fibers, that is cotton and jute. So about the cotton we have learned many things, that the properties or in which state we are getting the cotton production, or by which process we are separating the cotton from that seed. So that we have learned in previous session. Then we have learned about the jute plant, that which body part of that plant we are using, then in which state we are just taking the cultivation of the jute, and how we are getting the fibers from the jute. So all this we have learned in our previous session. So in this session we are going to learn in detail about the cotton plant. Means in this session we are not going to learn about the jute fiber, because directly we get the fibers that after just immersing that jute plant in water. So there is no any other process of getting fibers. But in the case of cotton, when after getting means after separating the cotton balls, after ginning process, again there are many processes, so that we have to learn. So in this first point is that is 3.4 in from your textbook, that is spinning cotton yarn. So spinning means what? Just see that. So spinning is the process of making yarn from fibers, and in spinning process fibers from a mass of cotton wool are drawn out and twisted. Now what actually we are doing in the spinning? So in this process, the fibers from a mass of cotton wool we are just taking out and started twisting. So I have already shown in the image how we are twisting. So this brings the fibers together to form a yarn. So this is about the yarn. So this image is showing that what is a yarn. See that color means the two colors are there. Okay, just dull white color is there, means cream color is there, and blue color is there. So both are the fibers. When two fibers we are started to twisting, we get our yarn. So this is one yarn. Then see the second yarn, third yarn, like that we are making our yarn with the help of spinning process. So that spinning process means for spinning we are using a simple device. See the second image, that is takli. Okay, so with the help of takli means in spinning process we are just twisting. So that takli we used for twisting the fibers. Okay, another one important instrument is there that we are using for spinning is known as charkha. Can anybody tell me who just introduced the charkha, or who just popular that charkha? Yes, Mahatma Gandhi. The use of charkha was popularized by Mahatma Gandhi as part of our independence movement. So he encouraged the people to wear the clothes that made up of homespun yarn and shun imported clothes made in the mills of Britain. So in this, with the help of these two devices, that is the takli and charkha, we are doing the spinning of cotton yarn. Means after ginning process. Okay, after ginning process, we are separating the cotton balls from cotton seeds. So there is the mass. Mass means what? All the cotton balls are together, that form a mass. So from that we are taking out the fibers from cotton wool, and then that fibers we are just twisting. You know the wicks for oil lamp, that in Marathi we say wat. So like that, just we are taking the fibers from the cotton balls, and then that wicks we are just twisting and doing the spinning process. And after the spinning process, we get our yarn. That already see I have mentioned in this. See, so fiber already we get after ginning process, then we make our yarn. Now it's time to make a fabric from yarn. Understood about the spinning process? See, the making yarn from fibers is called as spinning process, and that spinning process, that fibers from a mass of cotton wool are just taken out and twisted. And for that twisting, we are using two instruments, two devices, that is one takli and the second one is charkha. Okay. The spinning of yarn on a bigger scale is done using spinning machines, following which these yarns are used to weave fabric. So these are some traditional things or traditional methods to just do spinning, but in modern technology we can use the spinning machine also. Okay, and with the help of that we just make the yarn for the production of fabric. Understood? Yes. Next one, now here we get the yarn, means in spinning process we get yarn. Now we are converting the yarn into fabric. So again there are two processes for getting the fabric from the yarn. First one is weaving and the second one is knitting process is there. Okay. See the weaving, actually what happening in the weaving process. So a fabric which is made up of two sets of yarn arranged together, and that process of arranging two sets of yarns together to make a form, to make a fabric is known as weaving. Means one yarn, and means one set of yarn we are arranging into second yarn, second set of yarn. See the image, we can see that first yarn, second yarn, and we are just arranging, see, to form a fabric. Okay, in right angles, both the sets are at the right angles, means both sets have to form right angles, means horizontal and vertical sets we should arrange to make our fabric by weaving process. Understood the weaving? Very simple process is there. So in textbook page number 22 you can say that the weaving with paper strips, that one activity you can also do. Okay, with the help of paper strip you can just make your mat by weaving process. So the major difference in weaving and knitting is that in weaving we are using two sets of yarn, and in knitting we are using only one set of yarn. Understood? This is the major difference. So, in the weaving process, two sets of yarn are woven to make a fabric. The yarns are much thinner than that paper strip, of course, because weaving of means that fiber, there is a difference between the fiber and your paper strip. You can do that activity to just understand that weaving process. This weaving of fabric is done on looms. That looms are either hand operated or power operated. So that wooden structure that you are just looking here or observing here, that are actually the looms. Okay, that can be hand operated or power operated, means humans also just doing that, that is the hand operated, and power operated means what, with the help of machine also we can do that. Okay, so that is about the weaving process. Now the next one is that is knitting process. So both the processes, that is weaving and knitting, we are used to convert the yarn into fabric. Okay, the lesson is very simple, the processes are very simple to understand. Just listen that means this listen the videos carefully. Okay, so have you noticed that how your sweaters are knitted? In sweater, that for making of sweaters we are using only one set of yarn, so that process is known as knitting. So in knitting, a single yarn is used to make a piece of fabric. So what is happening in knitting? A single yarn just gets pulled out continuously as the fabric gets unraveled. You know that? Means have you ever not seen? Okay, when you are just removing one thread or that one fiber from that. So that just continuously unraveled, coming out, because the socks and many other clothing are made up of fabrics. So that knitting is also done by hand, or we can also use. See, I have mentioned here, knitting is the process by which a single strand of yarn is used to make two needle like structures are there, but the yarn is only one, the single set we are using in knitting process. So whatever your socks are there, sweaters are there, mufflers are there, and many other clothes that we are using in winter season, that are made up of knitted fabric. Means after knitting process we get fabric, and from that fabric we just make our clothes. Okay, to yarn, from yarn to fabric, and from fabric to any of your clothes is there that you have